Hi guys, welcome to the moon video number 5. So we were discussing the lessons that we're supposed to learn in the moon dasha, and we've already done a video on how to get emotionally stronger, which is the first lesson of the moon. You can go back and look at video number 4 for that. So today's lesson is a really important lesson, which is of course difficult because as it's moon, so all the lessons are difficult to learn. But it's a lesson of how to be like spiritually happy. So spiritual happiness is happiness that comes from within. It's like, of course, happiness is a choice, but spiritual happiness basically means that you're happy with whatever you have and whatever is happening in your life, because you understand that it's all transient and temporary. Like, see what material happiness is. For example, if I think about something, like if I want to buy my favorite car and I finally buy it, so I'll be happy, maybe like for a couple of days, a week, or a month, depending on the individual. But soon I'll move on to the next thing. Like, if I get one thing, then materially I'll quickly move on to the next thing, and then maybe like I would want to buy, accessories for that car, or maybe I'll want to buy like a house next. So material happiness is actually very temporary. What spiritual happiness is basically that you're happy with whatever you have in your life. So what happens in moon dasha is that sometimes your material goals are like unfulfilled. Like it becomes very difficult to fulfill them. So you learn to become happy with what you have. Like, like you kind of have to learn this difficult lesson because your material goals are not getting fulfilled. So you can't be like unhappy for so long if it's a long dasha or if your moon is weak. So you have to, it's a difficult lesson to learn. Of course you'll suffer in the beginning when things are not happening for you, or like when you're not getting the return of your hard work, but it can happen. But eventually it should bring you to the stage of spiritual happiness where that that you should be happy either way, like with whatever you have. And the funny thing is, I've realized that when you learn this lesson of spiritual happiness, actually, like when you become spiritually happy, everything that was basically taken away from you in the moon dasha will be returned back to you because you've learned the lesson. So the quicker you learn, the better it will be. So whatever you're unhappy about, like stop being unhappy about that thing and learn to be happy with what you have. Learn to be in gratitude. So gratitude is like a very great practice to learn spiritual happiness, because we often like forget that how blessed we are and how much we already have. So practice like more and more gratitude to get to spiritual happiness. That's what I'll advise. And also remember, when you become unhappy with things not happening, that everything happens in its own time. Like even if you are unhappy or upset, sorry, a fly has decided to visit the video. So if you are basically like you want your dream job but it's not happening right now, so it'll happen in its own time. Like if it has to happen like after 3 months or 6 months, it'll happen then only. Whether you remain happy about it in those 3 months or 6 months, or you remain like happy about it or unhappy, it's a choice basically, I feel. Think like, of course, work hard for it and prepare for it, do whatever is required for it, but ultimately you do it by being happy or unhappy. It just comes down to like basically a choice. I feel it's easier said than done. Of course, like you have to practice spiritual happiness like every day when you wake up. I feel that we all have reasons to be happy and we all have reasons to be unhappy whenever we like wake up every day. So just try to be happy, like if not every day, then most of the days. All right.